I didn't choose a cheap or convenient sport. And I think you can love a story without agreeing with the person who wrote the story. Woohoo! You may think about me and look at me differently when you know what I read. Oh my god, I love that. Good morning, happy Monday. It's the evening, it's not the morning. I don't know why I said morning. I think I just got used to that saying. Guys, I've been like, there's been a motor today and I've just through the day. It's been a lot. I literally woke up, went to the gym, went to Tesco's, met a friend for a walk / coffee.
And then I went straight to someone in the studio, worked in a coffee shop, worked at a friend's house, came home, went to therapy, came back.
And now we're here and it is currently 6:30 in the evening. It's a Monday, so you know the drill. The drill being, we start a new book and we get in the bath. Sometimes start a new book, sometimes not a new book. Anyway, I thought I would talk you through the one that I forgot to mention last week, which is Satan's Affair. This is Satan's Affair. I bloomin' love Haunting Hunting Adeline. It's my favourite book series, I think, ever. To be honest, I really loved it. It was amazing. That and Akatar, I'd say I think about often. This is basically the prequel to Haunting and Hunting Adeline, and I believe there's another one coming soon, like a next one in the series. I know there's been some things being said about H.G. Carlton at the moment. I am not going to speak on these things. The way I see it, I already own the book. I like the book. It doesn't, just because I like the book, it doesn't mean I agree with the author. Likewise with Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. Harry Potter for me is a big part of my childhood. Do I still read the books and watch the films? Yes. Do I agree with J.K. Rowling? Absolutely not. I disagree with a lot of things, but I love the stories, and I think you can love a story without agreeing with the person who wrote the story. This was already on my bookshelf. It's been on my TBR for a while, so that's all we're going to say on that one. Moving on to my next problematic book, because, you know, we love a problematic book around here. I don't know which book to read next. I loved this one, which is no surprise considering I loved Haunting and Hunting Adeline. They were incredible. I loved this one. I heard rumours that another one was coming. Whether she's postponed that now, I don't know. But I heard there's another one coming, so I'm very excited for that. This one was like a short and sweet, like, I don't think it was that many pages. 144 pages, so quite a nice, quick, short one that didn't take me very long. Moving on to my next read. I'm unsure what to read, and I don't know if I want another physical, because like I said before, I'm going through my bookshelf and my Kindle. I'm not buying anything new, I'm not downloading anything new, I'm only going for what I've got. So I don't know whether to go for a Kindle jobby or a physical. This one I've had for about a year on the bookshelf and I've not picked it up yet. I've heard it's amazing. It's Rena Kent's God of series. Legacy of God series. I really want to read it. I feel like this is a chunky book. And also I'm hesitant to read a chunky physical book because I feel like this one was a nice bite size, but reading these in bed is a pain in the arse, and I was actually put off reading them in bed because of that. So I don't know whether to read that or whether to read something different. I just don't know what that different is going to be because I have a lot on my Kindle. So I don't know what to go for because we have like pages and pages and pages and pages of things. I don't know whether to go for... I don't think I'm feeling a fantasy, you know. I think I'm feeling a dark. But then I'm also like, am I feeling something soft and light? I'm listening to Flawless by Elsie Silver at the moment. So that's obviously it's a very different vibe. I just don't know which one to go for because a lot of these... I still have Bay on here, still got Akatar. A lot of these are fantasy because obviously they're downloaded on Stuff Your Kindle days. And I just don't know which one I want to go for. I feel like maybe I need to start reading some of the, like, what's it called? The back of the book. Blurb? Is it a blurb? Am I losing my mind? Have I been reading a Kindle for too long? But some of these, like, okay, this page, some of these could be anything. Like, where is it? The Uncovering Lily has a whiskey glass. That could be a mystery. That could be that someone's been murdered. Or it could be a sex book. Like, Daughter of Shadow and Ash. That was obviously fantasy. Smoke and Shadow. Is Smoke and Shadow a dark romance? Is it a fantasy? Taken, Not Destroyed. Which one is it? Vengeful Princess. Which one is it? Is it a mafia? Is it something hard? Don't know. Do I like quirky books? Yes. I like to think of my taste as someone who's read far too much fantasy and mystery / crime and has then combined the two to make it dark. So I would say, as I always say, I would take my recommendations with a pinch of salt. You may think about me and look at me differently when you know what I read, which is why every member of my family is banned from picking up books on my bookshelf. I don't know, I find them more exciting. Like, I don't necessarily love like a really sex heavy book, but I do like when there's a good story and when it grips you. I don't like fluffy romances anymore. I like listening to them when I'm running and when I'm on, like, in the gym or, you know, in the car or whatever, because I don't really like listening to dark romance and stuff when I run, but just not for a physical, like, get in there gritty, you know. But I do still need to read Crescent City. Again, just really put off by the size. It's on my bookshelf, so I would have to do it as a physical. And the size of those books puts me off. Same with Throne of Glass. I still need to finish Throne of Glass. Part of me is tempted to jump into Throne of Glass, but then I know I'm in it for like 5 books. Maybe I do it. I feel like I should do it. Although it's been a while since I read it, so I feel like I'd have to find like I might have to chat GPT a summary of the first 3 books, just so I remember what's actually happened. I know there's obviously like Sam and there's Kale, who I called Chowd, because that's his name. I don't know. Maybe I just go for I'm going to do a Throne of Glass. Fuck it. We're going to go Throne of Glass. These are going back on the bookshelf. My Kindle's going back in my Kindle holder that I made. I actually made Tash one for her birthday as well. But I made this Kindle holder. This one is way too big. Like, miles too big. But I basically just made a little Kindle holder that has a little, like, bow. It's quite cute. I really like it. So that's what she lives in on my side at the moment. Getting back in with the big boys. I just said I don't want fantasy and now I'm reading a fantasy. Like, what's wrong with me? I got to book 4. Book 4, and I've got 4 more after this one. And I got just about halfway through. I do vaguely remember what happened, so we're going to try and finish it. And then I don't know what we're going to read next. But I am kind of enjoying the whole, like, going through the Kindle bookshelf and picking my next read, because it's like my own personal library. Look how many books we've got. There's so many books on here. Obviously, that's the Throne of Glass shelf. But we've got some random ones that I got from 66 Books. I've obviously read Fourth Wing and stuff. We've got all the Crescent Cities that are not in order, I know. There's also some other ones tucked back there. We've got this shelf, which is my dark shelf. So we've got, like, Sweetest Oblivion and Maddest Obsession. I've read one of these. Phantasma, I haven't read yet. I haven't read that. Powerless, I haven't read yet. Book of Azrael, we know my thoughts on that one. I didn't love it, but I'm going to give it another go. I got to the end of book 1 and I had 2 and 3 to go, but apparently it gets better. Haunting and Hunting Adeline. We've got Belladonna Foxglove. We've got Ashes and Serpent at the Wings of Night. Haunting and Hunting, love you. But look how big they are, and I moaned about the size of them. And then this shelf is kind of like a bit of everything else, which is definitely bleached from the sun. Like, look at the colours of these. This one used to be as vibrant as that, and it's bleached from the sun. But some of these are like charity shop ones. I've listened to all of these on audiobook. I got to this one and I used to do that as a physical, because that one is harder to do because they've got the guy's deaf, and I don't like that they make them echo. This is James's Harry Potter Game of Thrones shelf. My Harry Potter Ravenclaw set is down there somewhere with even more books. Oh, I just love reading. Oh, I've got to have a beetroot shot. According to my coach, this is going to be a really good way of fueling myself for the marathon, for half marathon. I'm about to do the beetroot shot. Oh, it stinks. Oh, I thought it'd be a bit sweet. It's not going to be sweet, is it? It smells earthy. It's actually not too bad. She says while holding her nose. I mean, I've done shots of worse things in my life. It tastes like ketchup. It tastes like ketchup. Ugh. Oh. Good morning, gang. Happy Wednesday. I don't think I picked up my camera yesterday because it was just such a busy day. I basically went straight from... I always hit this wall coming out of this car park. I'm having to be so careful because there's a bush, and James always moans at me because I always hit the bush, and there's a wall, so I'm, you know, at risk of damaging my car because I forget it's there. I've just had a really busy couple of days. I've been for walks with friends. Like yesterday, I ended up waking up early, did like a little morning pottering around and sorting bits. I didn't go to the gym, which I'm actually quite glad I didn't because the day changed plan, but I went to go to the track with Ebony at like 10:30. But I'm actually really enjoying track sessions at the moment, and with my run club we've been trying to work out how we bring the track sessions in more often because they're so fun, and like we all just really want to do track sessions. But it was really nice to go and do some speed work because I feel like I said this yesterday in the vlog, but I'm starting to get a bit cocky with my speed work. I am actually getting quicker, which is really fun, and it's just something I didn't expect. And me and my 2 coaches, so I have Harry, who is my fitness coach, and then he has a guy called Adam that works for him who does nutrition. I'll leave Harry's link down below, but he's at Health by Harry. And we're basically just working on loads of different bits to help with running and to help with fitness and stuff, which I think challenges him because I started being like, yeah, we're going to do fitness. And then I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm running the marathon. So I think the poor guy had a bit of a shock to the system, realising that I'm just not stopping running. Because after the marathon, we were going to try and get me like shredded. And then I just kept running.
But we had a really good call yesterday about how we like maneuver through the next few months of like racing and getting me to a point where my legs are stronger, so my knees are more like prepared for stuff, because obviously like if I can strengthen my legs, which then helps me with my knee problems and my hip problems, and that's fab. I also think I do need to start doing, which I'm on the fence about, I need to do reformer Pilates or some form of Pilates, which I don't know whether to just do because I have the mat at home. I don't know whether to, I have not been paying attention to how close that wall is. I don't know whether to just do like, you know, Pilates at home instead of spending on a reformer class, because mat Pilates is basically the same, just without the reformer, obviously. And I have a bit of a thing with reformer Pilates because I've seen so many influencers online be like, oh, you know, I did weight training and like nothing really changed my body, and then I did reformer and now my body looks so much better. But then we'll go on to say like, oh, but I only weight trained twice a week and now I do reformer 4 times a week. Or, you know, they've also changed their diet where they hadn't before. So I don't think reformer is this magical cure to looking great. I think consistency is the magic cure to looking great. And I think a lot of people don't have the consistency until they find something they like, which a lot of people like reformer Pilates. So anyway, I think I might have to add some of that because it's just really good for single leg work, which obviously is good for running. But I don't know, it's just a hard one. It's a hard like go between of the two. I don't really know, so we'll see. I am enjoying it and I think it's really fun. So yeah, did track, biggest sidetrack ever, did track, and then I ended up going to work in a coffee shop with Tash for a few hours. Then we went into town because on the call Adam told me I needed to get these beetroot shots, which is what you saw me taking yesterday. I said they taste like ketchup. He was like, I think that's just your taste buds. They tasted gross, and I was like holding my nose, no, I think that was the only clip you got yesterday. Yeah, then I ended up going for a walk to map out the new running route for winter, because obviously I lead one of the clubs. So me and Rach, the other leader, we went and just mapped out the route walking so that she knew exactly where to go. I knew where to go. Like when we got to certain junctions, we could be like, okay, well, if we tell the girls to go down on that side of the road, that's the best option. Just so that we kind of make it make sense. But a lot of behind the scenesy bits that are faffy with like running a club and stuff, just in terms of like making sure everything's safe. Like there's just more faffy things than I think people realise in terms of like risk assessments and stuff, but obviously all in the name of safety. We've got our lights. Oh, I actually did, great. Let me turn the car on so I can actually, oh, that's the door one, that would make sense. I actually picked this up from Vinted a minute ago and I was going to show you, and then I got really distracted. So this is one I just picked up from Vinted, which I would highly recommend if you are a runner / gym girl, because there is so many things on Vinted. I get a lot of my running stuff on there because quite honestly it's the same stuff. A lot of the time it's got tags because people forget to return, or you know, like some people just buy all this running stuff, especially like February, March time is the best time because people get on this health kit in January and they're like, oh my God, I'm going to become a runner. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And then they don't do it, but they've got all the stuff. So they sell it all and it's all brand new with tags. It's my favourite time to go like running shopping online. But I got this top, which is on the label. I can't see what thingy it is on the label. It doesn't say what like price it was originally, but I did look up because she put the full name of the top and it was like £30. But I got this neon yellow, like long sleeved Adidas top. It's a long sleeve running top that I thought would be quite handy for running in the evening / in the morning and stuff, because even if I'm running during the day in winter, sometimes it can be quite dark, or it can get dark really quickly. So I wanted something that was appropriate for that. But oh no, I forgot to have my banana this morning. That's fine. Today's session I cannot be bothered. I'm also a bit stressed because I've got a half marathon on the weekend, and this vlog was going to be like my prep for the half, which I think I'm going to have to do from now and just do it as like 3 days out. I'm meant to be filming a skincare ad, and tell me how I'm meant to do it when I've got this beast on my face that is so visible no matter what the lighting is. I just need to scrub my tan off, so we're going to ignore how patchy I am. But I also think it's this camera. So since I've been using this camera, I hate my skin. And in person, I think it looks fine. But in this camera, for some reason, like I've got all these like lines on my face that I feel like you can't see in person. And like it just looks textured and dull. And I just think it's this camera, to be honest. Because when I used the G7X, it wasn't that bad. And I feel like I didn't notice all of these things as much. So maybe it's the camera, maybe it's the colour, I don't know. But I was meant to be filming that skincare ad and I feel like I can't because of this. So I might have to do it tomorrow morning because I just don't know when else I'm going to fit it in. I just don't want to film with this massive spot when it's meant to be like a skincare thing. And I know it's more realistic, but it's there. It's very big and angry. Packing up and going home. It's been about 2 hours and I've managed to film 2 YouTube videos, 3 Instagram videos, plus like basically 4 outfit get ready with me's, but they were part of another video as well, so I kind of mixed them all in together. But I'm really impressed with myself because that was really good going. Whenever I come to the studio and work, I'm so much more productive because I've got less distraction, and I think it just makes me just makes me more productive. It's honestly the dream about having this, and I can't believe it's been a full year of having it. Like, I've literally had this place since I think I got the keys on like the 2nd of August or something, but I opened it on the end of August. So that's when we finished renovating, because it took a while. But it's just a dream space to have because I can come here, it's mine, no one's going to kick me out, I don't have to pay for it. Like, it's just, well, I do have to pay for it, obviously I have to pay rent on the space, but like obviously people booking it pays that. But it's just so handy to like just be able to come here and just get on. And not have any distraction. Although now I have Wi-Fi, that's slightly more distracting, but I have to turn whatever I'm listening to off pretty much the whole time I'm here, so I don't really end up using it. Tash and I are going for a shoot day, which we haven't done in a while, but we're trying to get back to doing them a bit more often. So I'm going to try and make some sense of this floor robe I've got going on and basically pack the outfits. So I do have 2 of these, but one is in the car, and my plan to make this easier for myself when we're changing in the car is to basically put each outfit into a tote bag, because we don't really have any of the like bag for, you know, like the bag for life plastic ones. So I'm going to put each outfit into a tote bag and then put it into that bag. So I guess we'll just start packing up these outfits. But this is how I plan my outfits every day. I basically just throw them all on the floor. I think I did a video before actually, I'll leave it linked. But I'm 99% sure I did a video of how I plan my outfits, which I will do an updated one of, because it was when I used the old room. Obviously we swapped our bedrooms over to make more sense. Actually, feng shui wise as well, it's better to have them the way around we've got them. But this room's just so big that it became a dumping ground, and it still kind of is a dumping ground, and I didn't really want to sleep in a room that we just shove all our crap in. It's just nicer to have a smaller bedroom that's a bit more cosy, and feng shui wise, like, we're sleeping with our heads in the right direction because our heads were in the wrong direction before. So that's outfit 1, and then I can just grab that out and I know that's a full outfit. This bag I get asked so often if I'll sell, and I always say no. I only really bring her out in like autumn, winter, and I also really need to get some like good suede protectors. If you know of a good suede protector, let me know. But I get asked all the time if I'll sell her, and the answer is no. It's my favourite bag. It's also this one I've spent the second most amount of money on. The most amount of money is the YSL, not the YSL, sorry, the Louis Vuitton Mini Palm Springs. That was my 30th birthday present to myself. And I bought her in the airport on the way to LA when I went to Coachella, which if you've seen that vlog, you'll know what I mean. Yeah, that was my like 30th birthday present to myself. But the YSL one cost me, I think, $700 in Bicester, which I don't think is too bad, considering the bag full price is like well over $1,000. I think it was like 1,006 or something. I can't remember. But I was really chuffed with it because it was a great find. I wear these as well. These are Coachella boots. These are still, this is really gross, but I'm going to say it because some of you will understand, and if you do understand, please comment. These still have some dust on them from the Coachella Valley, because I wore them at Coachella, and I just, you know, that's why I bought them actually. They were bought for Coachella. I don't wear them a whole ton because I find them a bit tricky to style, and obviously I don't do that much that's like worthy of a cowboy boot per se, but I do want to wear them more, which is why I'm putting them into outfits, because I figured the more outfits I put them with, the more likely I am to be like, oh yeah, I could style that differently. Just editing together the skincare video I had to film, and I've got 2 parcels turned up, so I thought we could have a look. I've no idea what they are. So let's have a little look-see, shall we? Ooh, okay. This one is from Voss, which is the water brand. James is going to love this. He loves like gimmicky little random bags, but also this will be really handy for when I've got like little shoot days and stuff and I need to take some lunch with me. So they've kindly sent over some of their water. So we've got a still. Are these flavoured? I'm wondering if these are flavoured because they're all different colours. Oh, okay. So we've got a normal still,
We've got a sparkling lime and mint, which is a bit of James all over. He loves that flavour. And then we've got the strawberry and ginger sparkling water. And we've got a... Ooh, these are cute. Little fun things. And then we've got a lemon and cucumber. How cute. Oh, this is actually for a YouTube video. Okay, you're going to be seeing these on another video. But I do need to crack on and finish this edit because otherwise Tash is going to get here and I'm going to have not done it. So let's crack on and then we'll do that. My brain is in a million places. I wanted to make sure that I give you the slight half marathon experience this week, but I'm aware it got really busy and I haven't really vlogged all that much. I did go to Friday Night Lights last night, which was great though, and I did Run Club on Thursday. So I am a little bit concerned about my legs, but I feel like we're all right. I don't feel too bad. I've just packed my bag up, ready to go. So I'm driving to a friend's house and then she's driving us there and we're going to share a bag drop bag. So I don't really need to bag drop that much. The only thing I want to bag drop is the jumper. So I've got my outfit down here partially. I need to get the other bits. So I'm obviously going to wear my jumper. I'm wearing my Run Club one that has the Run Club bits on the back because I just figured, you know, promote the club. So I've got my jumper and then my sliders, but I'm going to wear these to the race and then basically we're going to bag drop sliders, socks, etc. So I've got a bag for life in here that I can then just put into the bag that we're all collectively bag dropping. I'm going to wear my pink shorts because they match my trainers, and then I think I'm going to go for a white long sleeve because I've got my white Free People long sleeve and I think I want to wear that. I was debating between a vest and a belt. I've decided to go for a vest just for the ease of having water because it's meant to be a little bit warm tomorrow and I just know that I'm going to want a vest. So I've got my Myprotein one packed ish. I've got a lip balm because I always get dry lips when I'm running. I think it's just because obviously you're outside breathing and stuff for like an hour or 2 hours. I've got 3 gels and I've also got these which my nutritionist told me to buy. That sounds really snazzy but it's not. Basically my coach has a nutritionist that works with him and he was like telling me what to get. I got these little kid snacks. They're called the bear ones, like you know the yo-yo bear or whatever it's called. But these are the fruit split ones because to be honest I kind of figured that they were the best option for eating. He told me to get the wind up ones but I just thought for like ease of getting food in, they're basically high carb and low sugar, which is why he told me to get them. And then in here we've got my shoes in a bag ready to pop on / put back in the bag tomorrow. I've got the mini bag with a coconut water which is really good for electrolytes. I've got an electrolyte sachet in case we get given a bottle of water so I can have that. If not, I'm going to have electrolytes in a bottle in the car and then like a pair of socks and stuff in there. I do need to grab some plasters actually. And then for pre-race I've basically got myself a few little bits just stashed in the side of the bag. So obviously water bottle, like I said, another jumper just in case that one gets really sweaty and I'm a bit cold. I've got Voltarol for my knee. I've got some chafing balm to put on my underarms because I always get chafing here. I don't get it anywhere else, I just get it here and it's really sore. And I think that's everything I need. I've also got my number in there as well, ready to go. But I don't think I need much else. I might take a spray can of deodorant for after as well, just to give me a quick spritz, but that's basically everything. So I guess I just need to eat some lunch now. I just don't know what to have for lunch. I got pizza for dinner. We did get pizza because obviously I need to carb up, but whew. While I'm here, quick book update. I am back on Air of Fire. I'm very confused, I'm not gonna lie. I thought jumping back into this, a lot of it would spring back into my memory, and it hasn't really sprung back into my memory, so I had to look online and basically ChatGPT what happened up to the point of this book, and then I keep having to randomly look up characters and be like, give me a summary of this character up to page X on this book. Because I don't want spoilers, but I also need to know what's happening. I'm about halfway-ish. I've read a little bit further than this now on my Kindle because this in bed is a bit of a pain, but there's nothing better than the smell of fresh fruits. I love flicking between the two. If I've got a physical, I'll read on both. But I am enjoying it. I'm just finding it harder to get back into, and I just, oh my god, I love a book. Is that really weird? As someone who reads on Kindle for ease, I just love a book, a physical, like, I find it really mad as well that like this little tiny stack of paper is an entire world. Like this is like a mini movie to me. But yeah, really good. I'm loving it. I'm glad I went back in. I would recommend the Throne of Glass series, but I definitely think you need to read it in one go because splitting is the worst thing I ever did. But I just wanted to read some other stuff for a while, so yeah. But I need to get myself some lunch. I need to drink some water because out of my 2-litre bottle, I will link this by the way because I get asked about this when I show it. But out of this 2-litre bottle, I've drunk like that. So I need to get guzzling because I need to be hydrated for tomorrow. I need to take my beetroot shot still. I didn't choose a cheap or convenient sport. I think I might try and do a race vlog, you know, but it's really hard to do a race vlog for YouTube as well as TikTok at the same time. Especially when it's like thinking about those things, plus thinking about running, plus having to keep getting your phone out. It's just a bit of a faff. But I am going to try tomorrow to do both. I'm going to see if I can do a race vlog and a, like, I saw Lucy Davis did it with a microphone, but I feel like that's a bit much. I think that's just going to be a bit more of a faff to have then a microphone on me and worry about it falling off or something. But, yeah. I'm not even nervous for this race. I think I'm more just like, I don't want to forget anything. Okay, for lunch, we're having one of these, which I got from Aldi. These are actually really yummy. They're just like infusion tunas. I don't tend to buy these. We normally do get the plain ones, but I do quite like these if you just need something quick and easy. And also, if I was to just literally have this as a snack, I could just scoop it out. Although tuna cans do scare me, because if you've been here before, you know I've cut my finger open and my thumb open on one of these before, and I actually have a scar across the tip of my finger from this. But I'm just putting rice with some tuna, and then I'm going to put some mayo and some peri-peri and basically just have that. And then I've got my first electrolytes of the day. I feel like today is just basically all about feeding and resting, so I do need to get some work done, so I'm going to do it from the sofa. Later on this evening I am going to massage gun my legs, and did I do that too? No, I definitely did that 2 minutes. I'm going to massage gun my legs, and I'm going to have a bath with some muscle soak to try and make sure, oh that's way too much rice, to try and make sure that my legs are all good for tomorrow, because I've been having a bit of knee pain and I'm not really loving that for myself. You know what? Not the most aesthetic food you've ever seen in your life, but it's going to fill me up and it's going to fuel me, and I actually quite like it. I feel like some people on Instagram make food look really cute. I'm not one of those people. I throw it in a bowl and I just eat it because it tastes the same whether it looks good or not. And I'm also just not that great at like making things look really cute. So I just go with it. I basically, this is probably the easiest lunch I ever make. I just throw it all in, mix it all together, chuck the sauces, and then it's basically just like a little bowl of health. I know that not everyone loves foodie content, but I did get asked to share more of it. So I thought on a race week prep, why not? A tiny bit of peri-peri and then a little bit of Celtic sea salt. Ah! I did it! I got a PB and I did it. Windsor half completed. I did it in 2 hours, 10 minutes and 28 seconds, which is pretty much a 4-minute PB. So thrilled. I think it's like 3 minute. Oh God, my makeup looks absolutely terrible. It's all like sweated off my face. Yeah, it's pretty much a PB, which is insane. So I'm absolutely thrilled. We're going to add her to the wall because, you know, we've got to add the beauties. We'll add her to the collection. I actually don't know whether to make them hang down or if that's just a bit more like, I don't know. I basically pinned them all, so I need to pin this one. We'll let her hang lower. Woohoo! I love it. I can't wait to have a few more on there in a couple of days. I've literally got a month until there's 2 more on there for my next half and the Great South Run. Buzzing. Right, I need to take my makeup off because it is looking questionable.